I wish I knew this before I started making money as a freelancer in Canada. If you're a content creator or a self-employed business owner, you may have heard people talking about opening up LLCs. Well, we don't have that in Canada. But what we do have is something quite similar, and it's called a corporation. In my 7 years as a wealth manager for a $1 billion portfolio at one of Canada's biggest banks, I've seen firsthand how millionaires use corporations to save on taxes and build their wealth. And I think it's a valuable piece of information that every Canadian business owner should be aware of. So in this video, I'll break down sole proprietorships, what most people are doing already, corporations and how they actually work in Canada, when to set them up, and a step-by-step guide on how to make that happen. Let's dive in. If you're currently making money from brand deals, coaching, freelance gigs, OnlyFans, YouTube ads, whatever the case may be, and you haven't registered anything yet, congratulations. You're a sole proprietor. This means that you're reporting your business income on your personal tax return. Well, at least you should be doing that. If you're not doing that already, that's between you and the CRA, so I'm just gonna stay out of that one. But on top of that, you can write off expenses. So for example, this camera that I'm using, if I pull out any ads for my Instagram videos, the utility bill that I'm paying for being here while I'm filming these videos. Essentially, there is no separation between the personal and the business. The downside with that is I am liable for any issues that happen with the business. If the business is getting sued, that's on me. They want to take the clothes off my shirt, it's under my personal, that's on me. But at the same time, it's also a higher personal tax rate, which can be upwards of 30 to 40%. See, being a sole proprietor, it's a great start off when you are starting off. But as you start to branch out, grow bigger, make more income, it's important to consider what your other options are. So we're gonna get into that. Keep in mind though, once you start making over $30,000 in a 12-month period, you must register for a GST HST number. This does not make you incorporated though, just keep in mind, it's just the CRA wants to ensure that they're taking the taxes rightfully from your pocket, because now they consider you a real business and they want a piece of that pie. So let's see how we can save on that as a corporation. Once you start making bank, a lot of people start asking this question, how do I open up a corporation? Well, actually, sorry. How do I save money on taxes? And then I say, you should consider opening up a corporation because it comes with a lot of benefits like these. A corporation is a separate legal entity. It's not you anymore. Hey you, it's its own business now. So it pays its own tax bill, completely separate from the personal. It's usually at a lower tax rate, usually around 11 to 13% on the first 500,000. You pay yourself a salary or dividends when and how you choose to. The downside of this though is it's a little bit more costly than setting up a sole proprietorship because there's a lot of steps that go into it. And there's a lot more paperwork and time that's involved in opening up a corporation. So, when should you consider setting one up? So you might want to open up a corporation once you start making over $50,000 annually and you see this going towards an upwards trajectory. Can I get an amen? And you don't essentially need all the income that the business is making for your personal life. So let's say, for example, your business is generating $120,000 and you only need about $50,000 to $60,000 for your personal expenses. Let's call it 60 to make it even. So you pay yourself a $60,000 salary and you keep the remaining $60,000 in the corporation. So what that means is you as a person, you get taxes that you have to pay on the $60,000, which is beneficial because you don't have to do it on the full 120. And as a corporation, the corporation is also going to pay taxes on the other $60,000 that you did not pay yourself, which is lovely because that also comes in at a lower tax bracket. Capiche? If you're ready to treat your content or self-employed practice as a legitimate business, this is how you incorporate. First, you decide on a name. You can either come up with a numbered name, it makes it fast, makes it easy. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Canada Inc. Or you can come up with something cool like Femster Incorporated. But you have to do a nuance search for this. which is about 13 to 50 bucks roughly. You just basically make sure that there is no conflicts in the name or your name is not already taken. So don't take Freelancer Incorporated. 2, you got to decide if you want to be federal or provincial. Federal just means you're running your business across Canada. Provincial means you are running your business in the province. I think that was pretty self-explanatory. So we're gonna go to 3. File your articles of incorporation. You can either do this yourself. It costs about $200 to $300, or you can get a lawyer to assist you with that. It can be upwards of $1,000. So if you want that peace of mind, just keep in mind that it comes at an extra cost. But one thing I will say is keep these articles of incorporation close to your chest. You will need this many times as you run your business and open other things. Number 4. Get a business number. You will be using this for GST, HST, for payroll. It's also an essential piece of the business. It's 9 digits long, and it's essential for your taxes and everything going forward. Just keep this one too as well. Number 5, open up a business bank account. So remember those 2 things that I said that you need? Do you remember what they were? Articles of incorporation, business number. You're gonna need those 2 pieces when you're going into the bank to open up a business bank account. The 3rd thing that you're gonna need, well, I guess 4, is 2 pieces of ID. One should be government issued. The other one depends on the bank. Number 6, set up bookkeeping. You can look up services like QuickBooks, Wave, or FreshBooks, or you can hire a bookkeeper directly. This will just make accounting and tax time a lot more streamlined and simpler for your business activities. So every year, don't forget to file your T2. That's the tax slip for corporations. Don't know if that was self-explanatory, but I just explained it by myself. And congratulations, you are now officially in business. You can start strategically planning your finances. You can invest under the corporate name. You can save money, and you can just run your business like a incorporated brand. So to recap, when you're starting out, a sole proprietorship is fine. If you are making over $30,000 annually, you want to register for a GST HST number because the CRA does require you to do that. And opening up a corporation, highly beneficial, great for taxes, great for business functionality. But more importantly, if someone is coming to sue your ass, they're not coming to sue your ass, they're suing your business's ass. Or just don't get sued, and that's not really a concern, but just in case, there's a limited liability benefit, so things aren't on you. You keep your assets to yourself. The business are the business assets. As a business owner, freelancer, content creator, whoever you may be, I hope this video was valuable to you. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to see more videos like this, just hit subscribe, like the video, let me know. I also have a newsletter and a blog where I go into more details about things like this, in general about Canadian finance, which will be in the description of this video. Where, yeah, okay, I don't know how to end this, so bye.